fast lane garbage. True power moves at its own pace.
You're rolling with California Love FM, and the conductor is about to raise the baton. This is the Concrete Ballet. This ain't a cruise, it's a performance, a slow and heavy dance. I'm hitting switches for the homies, putting busters in a trance. The front end starts to rise, a slow and calculated bow. The undisputed choreographer of the here and now. Then I lean it to the side, a gesture of my might. A three-wheel motion cutting through the darkness of the night. The frame is laying inches from the cold and patient street. The rhythm of the asphalt syncs directly with the beat. This ain't for celebration, it's a language they all know. The silent, moving poetry of dope. Every dip and every sway's a word. I don't gotta say a quiet form of dominance. At the closing of the day, this ain't just hydraulics, it's a symphony of steel. A physical extension of the power that is real.
Concrete ballet. The whip begins to dip. Concrete ballet. From a single fingertip, this is a slow dance for the ones who own the lane. Concrete ballet. In the sun or in the rain. Concrete ballet. The whip begins to dip. Concrete ballet. From a single fingertip, this is a slow dance for the ones who own the lane. Concrete ballet. In the sun or in the rain.
The suckers on the corner, they all stop and stare and point. They're mesmerized and broken by the pressure in this joint. They see the slab start dancing, a slow and graceful sweep, while their own pathetic fantasies are buried 6 feet deep. This motion is a sermon, it's a lecture and a test to separate the real G's from all the worthless rest. I peg it to the pavement with the final heavy sigh, a punctuation mark beneath the cold and lonely sky. They see the beauty and the grace, but they can feel the threat, the prettiest damn danger that they've ever seen, you bet. Every dip and every sway's a word. I don't gotta say a quiet form of dominance at the closing of the day. This ain't just hydraulics, it's a symphony of steel, a physical extension of the power that is real.
Concrete ballet. The whip begins to dip. Concrete ballet. From a single fingertip, this is a slow dance for the ones who own the lane. Concrete ballet. In the sun or in the rain. Concrete ballet. The whip begins to dip. Concrete ballet. From a single fingertip, this is a slow dance for the ones who own the lane. Concrete ballet. In the sun or in the rain.
I hit the side to side, a slow and steady with me rock. A pendulum that's counting down the minutes on the clock. It's a show of pure control, a balance and of nerve. The kind of quiet confidence your jealousy will serve. This ain't some circus trick, this is a calculated art. The physical expression of a cold and patient heart. The chassis is my paintbrush, the boulevard my stage. The author of a brand new heavy Ballet and page. This dance is not for free, it takes a bankroll and a mind that's focused on the details that the amateurs can't find. It shows I got the time to burn the juice to make it last. A living middle finger to a world that moves too fast. So let them have their speed, they noise, their frantic hurried race. I'll keep the slow and steady, undeniable grace of a predator that's flossing, a king that's on patrol, the master of the dance that claims your undivided soul. This isn't a car bouncing, it's a king addressing his subjects. Every movement.
Concrete ballet.
Is a word in his decree.
Concrete ballet. Concrete ballet.
Is a word in his decree.
Concrete ballet. Concrete ballet.
Is a word in his decree.
Concrete ballet. Concrete ballet.
Is a word in his decree.
Concrete ballet.
In the sun or in the rain. That's the Concrete Ballet. When your ride speaks a language louder than words, DJ Ace, California Love FM. Stay graceful out there. California Love FM. It's a West Coast thing.
Concrete ballet.
It's a West Coast thing.
Concrete ballet.
In the sun or in the rain.
Some people drive machines, the real ones. They partner with a soul. California Love FM is introducing you to the passenger seat. This the Asphalt Soul. This ain't a whip that I just bought, it's a partner that I've earned. For every single crooked cop and every bridge I burned. She's got a memory in the metal, a history in the frame. She knows every single pothole and she whispers me their name. Her engine doesn't start, it takes a slow and heavy breath. Preparing for the nightly dance with danger and with death. She's got scars up on the chassis from some deals that went sideways. A silent still reminder of my wild and wicked old days. I don't just turn the key, I ask permissions for the ride. From the asphalt soul is sleeping deep and patiently inside. Her oil is the light lifeblood, the gasoline, the wine. The only true companion that's legitimately mine. She doesn't need a map, cause every street is in her bones. The queen of all these broken roads and temporary thrones. Asphalt Soul, she speaks a language I can feel. The only thing that's real. Asphalt Soul, the only thing that's real. The only thing that's real. This ain't a car, it is a living, breathing testament. Asphalt Soul, the best friend heaven ever sent. Asphalt Soul, the best friend heaven ever sent. She feels the tension in the air before I even see the threat. Her suspension gets to stiffen, a solid no and bet. The other cars swerve away, they feel a heavy glare. A primal recognition of the power that we share. Her headlights ain't just beams, they are a cold and steady gaze that cuts right through the weakness of the city's smoky haze. She drinks the gasoline like liquor takes the corners with a lean. The baddest, meanest partner that the world has ever seen. I trust her with my secrets, with my money, with my life. More than any slick homie or any future wife. Her oil is the lifeblood, the gasoline, the wine. The only true companion that's legitimately mine. She doesn't need a map, cause every street is in her bones. The queen of all these broken roads and temporary thrones. Asphalt Soul, she speaks a language I can feel. The only thing that's real. Asphalt Soul, the only thing that's real. The only thing that's real. This ain't a car, it is a living, breathing testament. Asphalt Soul, the best friend heaven ever sent. Asphalt Soul, the best friend heaven ever sent. We got a quiet understanding, a telepathic link. I know just what she's gonna do before I even think. She knows when to lay low, she knows when to floss and shine. She knows the difference between a friendly face and a porcupine. This ain't no damn computer, no AI, no fancy toy. This is a lifetime's worth of pressure, struggle, pain, and joy. All melted down and hammered into something pure and true. The only real OG in my entire chosen crew. They call her by her name when they see us on the block. A sign of true respect around the motherfucking clock. She's got her own reputation, a legacy and worth. The realest steel beast to ever roll upon this earth. So when you see us coming, just give a nod and let us pass. And recognize the bond that's built of chrome and steel and glass. This is a partnership for life, a union of the street. The perfect silent rhythm of the engine and the beat.
She doesn't have an engine, she has a heart. She doesn't have a chassis, she has a soul.
Asphalt Soul, she speaks a language I can feel. The only thing that's real. Asphalt Soul, the only thing that's real. Only thing that's real. This ain't a car, it is a living, breathing testament. Asphalt Soul, the best friend heaven ever sent. Asphalt Soul, the best friend heaven never sent.
That's Asphalt Soul for those who know their ride is more than just a ride. Just got aches. California Love FM, treat your button right. California Love FM. It's a the West Coast thing. California Love FM.
Today's battles are over. Now the generals meet to divide the spoils. You behind closed doors with California Love FM. Welcome to the Sunset Syndicate. Yeah. The riders parked in silent, cooling in the evening air. I'm posted on the terrace in a heavy leather chair. The sun is bleeding orange over my infinity pool. The perfect brutal backdrop for enforcing all my rules. The homies are plus the shot callers and the vets. We're here to talk expansion and to settle all the debts. This ain't no friendly barbecue, this is the board of trustees of a dirty private enterprise that's bringing G's to G's. The smoke from my cigars floating on a gentle breeze, a signal of the quiet and professional unease. The sky is painted in the colors of a deal that's getting done beneath the high and mighty, unforgiving setting sun. This ain't a party, it's a summit, a meeting of the minds to divvy up the profits that the daily hustle finds.
Syndicate, ooh, we on the final light. Sunset Syndicate, and we're holding our meetings in plain sight. This ain't a crew, it is a corporation and a trust. Sunset Syndicate, turning competition into dust.
The talk is low and steady study about percentages and shares. The calculated politics of multimillionaires. We're moving territories like they're pieces on a board. The quiet global enterprise the streets cannot afford. To understand or witness is a different kind of game than busting on the corner just to make a flashy name. My drink is cold and heavy, the ice is cut in perfect squares. A symbol of the clean and calculated life of theirs. To an empire that we built from nothing but the mud. A legacy that's thicker than the bonds of brotherhood. The sky is painted in the colors of a deal that's getting done beneath the high and mighty, unforgiving setting sun. This ain't a party, it's a summit, a meeting of the minds to divvy up the profits that the daily hustle finds.
Sunset Syndicate. Ooh, we on the final light. Sunset Syndicate. And we're holding our meetings in plain sight. This ain't a crew, it is a corporation and a trust. Sunset Syndicate. Turning competition into dust.
We don't shout, we don't threaten, that's a young and foolish art. We just make a quiet decision that will tear your world apart. A handshake is a contract, a head nod is a seal. The silent deadly language of the power that is real. The city spread below us, just a carpet of bright lights. A testament to all the bloody, unforgiving fights that got us to this vantage point, this view from up on high. The undisputed rulers of the land and of the sky. When the meeting's over and the final deal is made, we'll step back in our chariots, a silent motorcade, and roll back down the mountain to the city down below to execute the orders that will help the profits grow. This moment of tranquility is just a brief reprieve from the necessary violence in which we all believe. It's the only way to operate, the only way to be a member of this private sunset colored dynasty. Yeah, the streets are just a factory floor. The real work gets done at the headquarters.
Sunset Syndicate. We on the final light. Sunset Syndicate. And we're holding our meetings in plain sight. This ain't a crew, it is a corporation and a trust. Sunset Syndicate. Turning competition into dust. Sunset Syndicate. We on the final light. Sunset Syndicate. And we're holding our meetings in plain sight. This ain't a crew, it is a corporation and a trust. Sunset Syndicate. Turning competition into dust.
Yeah, that's the Sunset Syndicate, the business of power. DJ Ace, California Love FM. Welcome to the executive suite.
California Love FM. It's a West Coast thing. Some things just get better with age. For those of you holding it down for the generations, California Love FM is paying respect to the classics. This is the Chrome Dynasty.
This ain't that new money whip that'll be worthless in a year. This a bloodline nephew, let me make it crystal clear. My granddaddy bought this slab back in '73, the original OG of my whole damn family tree. He passed it to my father, who then passed it down to me. A heavy skill inheritance of his gfunk dynasty. The steering wheel is worn in from the hands of realer men, and every time I cruise, I feel their spirit back again. This ain't just transportation, it's a rolling time machine. The most respected, feared, and loved damn relic on the scene. Every time I wax the paint, I'm polishing my name, keeping the traditions of this unforgiving game. This is more than just a car, it's the crown I have to keep, while all the other temporary hustlers are asleep.
Chrome Dynasty, a legacy and steel. Chrome Dynasty, the only thing that's real. This ain't my car, it is the throne that I was passed. Chrome Dynasty, a power built to last.
I see these suckers rolling in they plastic silent rides with nothing but a GPS and empty knees inside. They got no soul, no history, no story to be told. Just a temporary asset that'll easily get sold. But my whip's got stories whispered in the velvet of the seats, of deals that went down right in the spectacular defeats. She's earned a reputation on these very boulevards by playing against the odds and pulling all the busters' card. This ain't a lease, it is a birthright, it's a different kind of price. The quiet, heavy honor of a lifetime of advice. Every time I wax the paint, I'm polishing my name, keeping the traditions of this unforgiving game. This is more than just a car, it's the crown I have to keep, while all the other temporary hustlers are asleep.
Chrome Dynasty, a legacy in steel. Chrome Dynasty, the only thing that's real. This ain't my car, it is the throne that I was passed. Chrome Dynasty, a power built to last.
When I roll up to the park, the old timers nod and smile. They know I'm representing with a classic gfunk style. I am the current caretaker, the king for this short phase, the guy that's rolling monument through these confusing modern days. The youngsters watch in silence, they don't have to ask me why. They see the weight of history reflected in my eye. This is a rolling lesson, a museum on the move, of how to build a legacy and stay inside the groove. This ain't about being dated, this about being true to the code of the pavement that's been passed to me and you. This chrome is like a mirror, reflecting what has been and showing all the new jacks the definition of a win. It's not about the money, cause the value can't be priced. It's the soul of generations that has been sacrificed to keep this dream alive, to keep this culture pure and strong, the place where we have always and will always righteously belong. This isn't my story, it's the story of my bloodline told in metal. I'm just the current author of the next chapter.
Dynasty, a legacy in steel. Chrome Dynasty, the only thing that's real. This ain't my car, it is the throne that I was passed. Chrome Dynasty, a power built to last.
That's the Chrome Dynasty. Respect your history. DJ Ace, California Love FM. The classics never die. California Love FM. California Love FM. It's a West Coast thing.
Time to leave the dirty city in the rear view. We're headed for the edge of the map, where the views are worth $1 million. You're riding with California Love FM. Let's hit the Pacific Coast Highway. I'm out past Malibu, the city's just a memory in smog. Escape the concrete labyrinth, the chaos in the fog. The ocean's on my left side, a universe of blue. The only other real G that can tell me what to do. The cliffs are on my right, they're standing tall and looking proud. The only kind of audience that's welcome in my crowd. I'm pushing on the gas and letting the engine breathe and run a high-speed meditation underneath the Cali sun. This ain't no slow cruise for the block, this is a victory parade for every single hostage that my ambition has made.
The road is winding like a snake, a challenge and a prize. Reflected in the deep dark lenses covering my eyes. This ain't just asphalt, it's a ribbon I have earned for every single bridge I crossed and every one I burned.
Pacific Coast Highway, my tires hug the line. Pacific Coast Highway, this whole damn coast is mine. I'm out running my own shadow with the ocean in my sights. Pacific Coast Highway, one of California's brightest lights.
The top is down, the sun is beating on the leather seats. The wind is whipping past my face, erasing all defeats. I'm feeling light and powerful, a king without a throne. In this entire kingdom, I am perfectly alone. I see the fancy houses built right on the cliffside edge, a testament to gambles taking on a risky pledge. They think they money bought the view, they think they own the sea, but they are just renters and the landlord, that's me. Cause I can take this road whenever my damn spirit needs to fly, while they are trapped inside their glass prisons in the sky.
Winding like a snake, a challenge and a prize. Reflected in the deep dark lenses covering my eyes. This ain't just asphalt, it's a ribbon I have earned for every single bridge I crossed and every one I burned.
Pacific Coast Highway, my tires hug the line. Pacific Coast Highway, this whole damn coast is mine.
therapy, the only kind I'll ever need to plant a therapeutic and a money-making seed. The clarity I get out here is something you can't buy. The perfect clean perspective between the ocean and the sky. I'm making business calls, I'm sealing deals right on the phone while sitting in a moving office that is temporarily my home. This ain't an escape, nephew, this is a strategic move to get above the bullshit and get back inside the groove. The sun is getting lower, painting streaks of golden red, confirming all the righteous pimpish thoughts inside my head. The beauty of this moment is a weapon I can wield, the perfect secret power that I've kept so well concealed. Cause when I roll back in the city with the sauce still on my ride, they'll see a different kind of G with nothing left to hide. They'll see a man who's been baptized in the ocean and the sun, the undisputed Westside macaroni chosen one. The city is the battlefield, the offing is the war room, but the PCH, that's the victory lap around the entire damn world.
Pacific Coast Highway, my tires hurt.